Hello, I'm Girish Ebony and welcome to Agna Academy and to today's episode of 5 Minute Musing. I'm going to talk to you about using management thinking 101 in real life. Now, you might be wondering how management thinking helps in real life situations. Well, trust me, it does. I too had the same questions when I first heard this from my MBA professor, the much respected Mr. Ken Dooley, about 30 years ago in Rockhampton. I've used this time and again and in multiple situations and found it helpful. Let me share a bit more. So let us start with, well, what is the problem? We usually find ourselves in many situations with chaos and noise, so we need to find some clarity. So these management principles don't just belong in boardrooms and business meetings, but they can help us to be more effective and less stressed in almost anything that we do. Today, we'll break down these three core ideas we can use every day, focusing on effectiveness over efficiency, inputs rather than outputs, and working smarter, not harder. These strategies may sound business focused, but they are just as useful in everyday life. Just consider this as a Swiss Army knife, a simple tool with multiple uses. We will get into more detail now. Let me explain in plain and simple words. Imagine someone has just dumped a big pile of 1,000 pieces of a puzzle on the table. You're asked to put it together with a stopwatch running. Think about how you will approach this situation. It might feel overwhelming at first. This is going to be chaotic, but let's apply some structured thinking and see if we can solve it first. The goal is to rightly complete the puzzle in the shortest time, not put the pieces in as quickly as possible. This is effectiveness versus efficiency. Would you start trying to fit random pieces together or start by sorting out the edge pieces first? So this is a more effective way to start because it gives you a framework and saves you time in the long run. Second one is focus on inputs. The input here is your method of organizing the pieces. By grouping colors or patterns together, you're improving your input, which helps the output. A completed puzzle comes together much faster, isn't it? So work smarter, not harder. So instead of sitting for hours trying to fix random pieces to fit, take help from others, get others to put together different areas of the puzzle, take breaks to conserve energy, refresh your mind. So these are some of the tips that we can look at further. So what are some of the techniques we can apply? So number one is effectiveness. We often hear about the importance of being efficient, getting things done quickly, but management experts know that effectiveness is more important than just speed. It's not about how fast you work, it's about doing the right things that bring the best results. Number two, inputs. Next up is the idea of focusing on inputs rather than only thinking about outputs. Outputs are the result that we want, like a finished project or an assignment, but those depend on the quality of our inputs, our time, effort, and attention that we put in. When we concentrate on doing our best with what we put in, the output often follows naturally. The third is be smart. We've all heard this one, but what does it mean? There's always a better way to do the same thing. Working smarter means using tools, strategies, or approaches that save you time and energy, allowing you to get results without overworking yourself. It's about being strategic and intentional with your effort. Let us understand with some examples from sports. Imagine you're a coach of a young team. What would your advice be? Example, in tennis. Instead of trying to serve as fast as possible, focus on accuracy and consistency. Effective serves win points, while rush serves can lead to unforced errors. Like now at a soccer game, it's easy to focus on the outputs, like scoring a goal, winning a match, instead of stressing over the final score. We focus on the warm-up, staying hydrated, practicing communication with teammates, and how we are playing the game on the field. These inputs give you the best chance to perform well. The scoreboard will look after itself. Same as when running a marathon. Is the idea to run fast or strategy is to conserve energy to last the distance? In a marathon, efficiency is often about moving faster, but sometimes just going faster doesn't lead to better performance. That's why effectiveness is key. It's about doing the right things to get the best results for you.
And this explains the concept.
So finally, what are the takeaways? We have an answer on how to apply management thinking in real life. So in work and life, being effective often means prioritizing tasks that have the biggest impact. Effectiveness is like knowing you're climbing the right ladder before worrying about how quickly you're climbing it. Try shifting your focus to what you can control in the process rather than the outcome. In your career, working smarter could look like automating repetitive tasks, delegating where you can, or organizing your day. It's about making the best use of your time and energy. Thanks for listening. Next time you're faced with any situation, remember the jigsaw puzzle. Start with a framework. Work intentionally and don't be afraid to pause and try different approaches. Until next time, remember, it's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters most in a better way. So, huru for now and see you next time. Bye.